Hello and welcome back to the Flat Chat. I'm Heggy here with Callum today, and we are going to be doing a match review on the Manchester United vs West Ham game that just finished. It finished 1-0 to the home team, Man United. A lot of good games this weekend, but this was one of the only televised ones where we could both watch at the same time.
Let's be honest here, it's a shame that they didn't televise the earlier game, the 2 o'clock kickoff. I don't know why they do that. That's something they need to sort out. That you can't watch it in this country, and it's like you can watch it around the world. But anyway, we did get to watch this game.
Yes.
So that's good.
So this was on Sky Sports 4:15. We thought it was 4:30. We missed the first 5 minutes.
Sorry. If there's anything big we missed in those minutes, we're not going to talk about it. So
yeah. So how did you expect this game to go before it kicked off?
Tight game. West Ham's always a tight game, isn't it? Even when they haven't been picking up points, you do expect it to be a tight game with them, just the way they play. Players like Declan Rice, even Bowen, who we will get on to. I don't think he was particularly great today. But anyway, for my expectations, I did think that Man United would come away with the win. We all predicted 2-1. I think most of us predicted 2-1 anyway. I know Jamie got this right.
Yeah.
He got 1-0. But yeah, no, apparently this is a 1-0 result is a common theme for Man United playing against West Ham, so maybe we should have predicted that, but no.
He's done his research.
Yeah, I did expect a tight game. I expected West Ham to have quite a few chances. Man United to defend deep, and yeah, I think I got that. We got that pretty spot on, didn't we?
Yeah.
What about you? Expect the same?
Yeah, pretty much. The way West Ham set up with that 4-2-3-1 formation is pretty defensive. Mm-hmm. They've got the 2 actual sitters in there, and then the 3 in front that will just press everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just expected them to sit in deep, maybe hit them in the counter a few times. They did, but they didn't take their chances.
No, not at all.
Man United, typical performance for them this season. 1-0, solid at the back. In the current Ten Hag era, maybe not at the very start, but no, solid win for them.
Very solid one. No, actually onto the game and how the game went. I think Man United were much better in the first half than they were the second half.
Yeah,
I think in the first half, they had quite a few chances. Obviously, there was a few headers for Rashford. He did score one of them. We'll maybe talk about that in a wee while. But no, they were really good in that first half, pressing high up the pitch. West Ham didn't really come out to the second half, and there is a stat that actually shows that in the first half this season, West Ham have only scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
I think that's crazy. So they clearly get a lot of their goals in the second half.
It became a bit of a scrappier game as well in the second half. There was a lot of loose balls in the middle, players flying into tackles. But West Ham clearly set up for this game to get through the first half goalless and nick it in the second half.
And to be honest, they could have. They created quite a few chances. I think if we're honest here, Man United, as I said, were the better team in the first half, but West Ham were probably the better team in the second half.
Yeah.
Man United sat a little bit deeper, and that brought West Ham onto them. West Ham also, I think everything started to stick for them in the second half as well. I know Skamaka came off, and he looked okay in glimpses. Could have maybe been sent off. Questionable one. Not a red card, but because he was already on a yellow, it could have been a second yellow.
If you're a Man U fan, you're raging.
I think
one of those ones.
But they saw it out in the end. It didn't really affect the game massively. I think it is one of those ones where if West Ham got something from the game, you're looking at that going, well, we could have been playing against 10 men for 40 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I think Antonio came on, put himself about as well. There were some good performances though for West Ham, despite this result. But yeah,
I think one we'll talk about straight away is Ben Rama.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think he was West Ham's best player. Tricky every time he got the ball.
He was showing the same form from what he had at the start of last season before he went out of the team. I think he picked up an injury last season, but he wanted to do stuff with the ball. He wanted to create chances for his team. He was taking men on. It's what you want from your wingers. Bowen on the other side didn't do it as much.
No, I think that was one of the poorer games I've seen of Bowen. I know he hasn't had a great start to the season, and that continued in this game. But Ben Rama was excellent. You're completely right. He was taking players on. He looked like he was playing with confidence.
Yeah.
One thing lacking though was his final ball. And that was for crosses and also a shot as well. I think he got a shot where it was just straight down De Gea's throat.
Yeah, that was after he skinned Casemiro as well with the roulette.
Oh yeah. No, I think he was a standout for them. Another player though I thought actually did play quite well when he was going forward was Kerr.
Yes.
for West Ham.
Defensively though,
Suspect.
very suspect.
Very suspect. It doesn't look like a player that, was starting for PSG, does he? He didn't really start though, did he? He was more of a on the fringes of the squad for them. And
Well,
you can tell.
you said to me during the game, it reminded you of Ben White,
Aye.
which I think is spot on. He's not the biggest physically, and he looks decent going forward. Maybe right back as his position rather than centre back.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's the same physique as Ben White. I think Ben White's much better.
Yeah.
First of all, calm yourself down there. He's not Ben White.
No, that's what you said.
But his similar physique. He looks like a centre half, but his actual ball playing ability seems pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a few balls actually into Bowen who didn't make the most of the balls into him. And another day. On a Bowen that's more in form, they're dangerous chances created by Kerr's ball playing ability and getting really far forward as well.
One surprising thing was with the West Ham way they played, Cresswell wasn't as dangerous going forward. And you expect him to be the one that's creating all the chances.
And to be fair, bringing that up again, some of his delivery, you expect much better from him as well, and it was poor.
He's got serious whip, that boy.
Yeah, he does. And there was one where I think the ball get cleared out from a corner, and he's going first time to put it back in, and it's like it was almost as if it was a right footer taking a left footed cross, and he's put it straight out for a goal kick. Don't expect that from Cresswell. But no, I think that's probably. If we're talking about West Ham, it's their key performers are definitely Kerr and Ben Rama for me. What about Man United? They've obviously got the win, so...
Yep, but we'll start with Rashford to see you get the goal.
Yeah.
He's looking a bit better now, looking as though he's playing with more confidence.
For sure.
What we wanted to see, because he's a great lad. Maybe not you.
A great lad?
He is a great lad.
But why would I not want that?
You're an Arsenal fan, it's one of your rivals.
Alright, and how many points did you pick up from Rashford today in fantasy?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a good goal from him. It was a goal that we've maybe not seen him do much in the past, putting his body in the line with a header. Sometimes he plays maybe with a wee bit of fear of getting injured.
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
say.
Especially with the World Cup coming up, and he might get in with the form he's starting to pick up.
Definitely. Chipping in with goals and assists now, which we weren't seeing for the last 8 months, 9 months from him. But he worked well on that wing today, and again before the game, you said to me, you thought it would maybe work better with him out wide getting goals.
I don't think he's a striker. I know he scored a goal today that you think, well, that's a typical striker's goal. But it's the way he attacked it from. He attacked it coming in from wide. And that's where I think Rashford thrives best. I think you are so right as well with what you're saying about he looks like he's playing with confidence. I think there was a moment in the second half where he has a shot from the edge of the box. And that's even Gary Neville spotted it in commentary on Sky Sports. Said he's actually hit through the ball there.
Yeah.
He's hit through the ball there. You can tell even from the way he's shooting there that that's a man with confidence.
Yeah.
And it's definitely coming back from him. And it's good to see it for him. And you are right, as an Arsenal fan, I don't really want to see it. But similarly, there's another man that I don't want to see it from, because if he hits form, you just never know what you're going to get, and that's Ronaldo. It was really good to see him get 90 minutes though, wasn't it?
It was. It was a different attitude from him today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He put himself about a bit more than he was previous weeks. Maybe that's the start of him getting a run in this team.
Yeah.
Because Anthony didn't play. They said it was an injury. You have your doubts in that, don't you?
I know it was probably an injury. It's a good story though to say he was dropped because he was spinning about in the ball. That's a good patter. But no, yeah, I think it's good to see Ronaldo get some game time. Obviously, it didn't quite work out for him today. But you could tell he was trying more.
And his link-up play was actually decent today.
The way we're talking about him right now is as if we're talking about a toddler though.
Yeah,
that's quite embarrassing. But it is good to see him getting playing and trying hard again.
He tried really hard.
He tried hard. Wasn't your day. He gets the tried hard medal. It was a participation medal for Ronaldo. Well done, Sue. That was a pathetic Sue. I should have given that more oomph. Nah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for now. No, but yeah, Ronaldo, your favourite player. So there you go. And anyone else you want to talk about for Man United?
We'll talk about Martinez.
Yeah.
I think he was very solid today. He had his critics at the start of his Man United career.
He still has them.
Yes, but not as many now.
Yeah.
He's growing into a game. He's becoming a fan favourite, I think.
Yeah.
Because of his heart. He's got the heart of a lion.
Oh, he's got serious passion.
But he's the size of a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very true. He's a small man. A very small man, but he's a small man with a plan. He knows what to do. He's smart. He is very smart in what he does.
Yeah.
He's aggressive in a tackle, aggressive even in a header. I think we actually saw like a couple of weeks ago, ball up for Kane, Kane wins the first header, and then Martinez is able to then stand off him and then attack the ball for the second header, and it's
defensive awareness is very high.
yeah, very, 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 very good. But again, his height will cause him problems. I think for a team that plays a higher line,
Yep.
he would probably be better suited to play left back. And I'm not gonna lie, I probably would take him at left back for Arsenal, but not as a centre half. He doesn't. I think he does suit that Man United style at the moment.
If there was a team in the league though where you would say he might get bullied today, it would be West Ham.
Yeah,
with Scamacca and Antonio.
There was a few moments though.
Yeah.
A few moments where Antonio showed him, yeah, this is who's boss, and then Martinez had to get one back up on them and try and push
Dawson.
Trying to shoulder bar Dawson. Dawson just stared at him like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I think you actually said it. You said it throughout the game. You said you can tell he's got that because he was definitely picked on when he was a wee guy.
Yeah, by big strikers.
I was gonna say, oh right, I thought you meant like his brothers and sisters to pick on him.
I mean, like when he was growing up as a defender, like big strikers always putting their body about.
Right. Yeah.
Like, he's probably grown up having to be aggressive and
that's fair.
assert himself.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Fair enough.
I wasn't meaning his brothers were bullying him.
Right, okay, fair enough. A little bit of nonsense from us there.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Martinez did play well, and I think he's one of Man United's better performers. Obviously, Dallo, I think, was really good at the back again.
He's grown into some game, this boy.
Yeah, he's playing well, playing really well. And also, of course, we've got to talk about De Gea, because at the end of the game, he made a couple of good saves. One from Zuma, and then, of course, one from Declan Rice.
The Rice one's definitely better. He's went diving. He's went his top hand as well. Great save. Really
good save, and he's got 3 points there. It's one of those ones where he's saved his team some points this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play to them. Fair play to them. So good performance there for United. So what do you think this means then for Man United and for West Ham? We'll start with Man United, of course.
Yep. Well, where does that put them in the table? Let's see. They are now 5th, a point behind Newcastle with a game in hand.
In 4th.
Yep. Chelsea, not playing great football right now under Potter. Maybe what's the word? Like a cooling off period.
They've had their manager bounce, Chelsea, but we're not. I think Man United are starting to.
They're getting their actual manager bounce.
They're starting to look good. They're starting to play the football he wants them to play, and I think with today, of course, with way Ten Hag saw the game going, it was really good to kind of shore things up if he could, and accept we're just going to win this game 1-0. We're not going to push for more. Don't risk it, and it did pay off for them, of course. And I think decisions like that are good for United going forwards, because you can see that his in-game management looks to be pretty sound.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of the few managers in the league that will change it during the game.
Yeah. But I mean, Potter, to be fair to him, will do that as well, as we saw against Man United a few weeks ago. But no.
Do you think that's a straight shootout now between Man United and Chelsea?
Are you now discounting Newcastle then?
No, I'm like Newcastle are obviously going to be in and amongst it, but like, do they have the squad depth to continue this the whole season? I know they've not got European football.
Yeah.
But for me, still, it's between Man United and Chelsea because of how poor Liverpool have been.
Right, okay, fair enough. I think Liverpool can still keep back up there. But we keep saying that, and they keep losing.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see at what point do we then say, you know what, Liverpool are probably out of this.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting close.
Yeah.
I think come the World Cup, if they are within 4 points of top 4.
Oh, definitely then.
They're definitely. I think they could end up finishing 3rd at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't know with Spurs.
The World Cup might actually benefit Liverpool more than any other team.
They'll get their team back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But no, Man United, they'll be happy with this.
Yeah.
Of course they will. And I do think that they are one of the major favourites to finish in that top 4. They've actually really impressed me. So, on to West Ham, of course. They're sitting in 13th. They're not as far down as people thought. They have picked up some points since that bad start of the season.
It's because it's just tight down there. I mean, there's 9 points bottom of the table, and then 11's on 15.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 2 bad games, you could end up in the relegation zone if you're in the bottom half.
Nah, they're 5 points off bottom right now. Obviously, 3 points off the bottom places. I think West Ham will be fine. They looked pretty good. That's the best I've seen them play now for this season.
They look solid
for large parts anyway.
Yeah, they looked solid majority of the game. Yeah. And they looked dangerous when they went forward.
I think honestly, if Benrahma can keep up the form he showed today, they're gonna they're gonna get some points. They're gonna pick up points there from just him winning them games. I think he's excellent today, but I do think Bowen needs to try and show glimmers of the form he was producing last season.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much that's what I'd say for West Ham. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll finish mid-table, maybe push into the top 10 again.
Yeah, Man U definitely top 6.
Definitely top 6. Yeah, I can't see them having a disaster. It's just whether they finish top 4 or not. For me, right now,
I'd love to see Newcastle, but I just can't yet.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll wait a wee bit longer. I think by the come of the World Cup, I'll have made my decision on who I think will be top 4. Not bold enough yet. So
if you want to see a top 4 video after the World Cup, immediately after,
probably
do that then.
Oh, we will definitely.
Yeah. So that's been our match review on Man United versus West Ham, which finished 1-0 to Man United. If you want to see our reaction review to all the other games this week, check out our video tomorrow. That'll be our game week 14 review.
Of course, we'll talk about the league leaders in that video, Arsenal.
Yeah, and Liverpool, of course.
Oh, yeah.
The relegation fodder. No. But if you enjoyed that, leave us a like, comment below any video ideas you want us to do, and subscribe.